this computer. All right, so this is going to focus on the interim reports. There's going to be a couple of steps that we're going to take. So, you access Sage. And you scroll down and let's pick one. So Freedom School interim reports. All right, so there's two sets of Freedom School interim reports that are coming in, right? There's the Freedom School interim report for 2025, and then there's going to be Freedom School interim reports for 2026, and then Project Atlas. Those are kind of the three that you're going to be focusing on. All right. This is being recorded, but Zainab is here. So quickly, Zainab, so I don't waste your time and you don't have to sit through this in service. Where are we at with Hearts and whatever, Healthy Peoples? And I know I read your email saying you didn't follow up with them, or I'm not sure where we're at.
So this is the thing.
Wait. Can you give us a quick uh synopsis of where you're at, and I need you to moving forward to loop in Gladys. Sometimes you gotta call Gladys, because sometimes she reads her email, she forgets she reads her email, maybe she deleted it, I don't know. But you're gonna be responsible making sure that she understands what's going on, at least with that grantee. Go ahead.
Okay. So yeah, I had looped everybody in, and what I did was to avoid confusion before your email went out, like last week or 2 weeks ago. I spoke to Vanessa over the phone.
Yeah,
And
but that's you. That's you. That wasn't you and Gladys. So Gladys is emailing. So the reason I'm having this is
no,
because
and then we communicated. So anyhow, what I'm thinking is now me and Gladys will have a call with Vanessa in the next week, like Monday. I'll set up a call and then we'll go over everything, like, what Vanessa told me is their food security grant is only done on the weekends.
okay. And
Okay.
Gladys doesn't do
And
weekends.
Gladys is Project Atlas. So I told Vanessa, hey, give us dates for Project Atlas grant, like, whatever you're doing on whatever days. And then your second grant is your food security. I'll come on a Saturday and Gladys will come on a weekday.
Okay.
Just give us some dates. So then when she came back, she gave dates for just food security, and I set up the food security. And she said she's gonna look into the Project Atlas to see what's a good date for Gladys to come by. But
Okay.
what we can do is moving forward, like I can ask Vanessa, hey, what's a good day time next week to talk? So me, Gladys can be on the call and we can just go over our schedules and see what days we can come to do the site visits for our different grant programs.
That'll work. When you email Vanessa, CC Gladys, and when that emails goes out, call her. Call Gladys.
Okay.
Gladys, did you get the email? Did you see the email? Did you read the email? Do the dates work for you?
All right.
Please do that. Please do that.
All right.
All right?
Yeah,
Yes,
sounds
I
good.
don't see myself. Can you hear me? Because I don't see myself on this.
We can hear you. Don't worry about it. We can hear you. We can hear you.
Oh, because I don't know why.
Don't worry about it. Don't make that an
All
issue.
right.
We can
Okay.
hear you. All right. So
Sounds good.
so you're good to go. So,
Okay.
before you when any communication with Vanessa prior to the site visit scheduled, I need you to email Vanessa, CC Gladys, call Gladys, make sure that she got it, make sure that she read it, make sure that there aren't any issues, and then follow up that way. And don't have any conversation with Vanessa without Gladys or communication without Gladys being part of it. Because she's confused, Vanessa, because she's getting emails from you, getting emails from Gladys, and I'm like, I know that.
Not
Listen, I'm not faulting anybody. I'm not faulting anybody. All right. I'm just saying,
What I'm saying is Vanessa is the one who called me 2 weeks ago.
I know that I'm not, I
So
read the
I
email.
get it. I get it.
I read
Yes.
the email.
I'll,
Right.
I'll keep her in the loop.
All right. Very good.
Okay.
Thanks a lot,
Sounds
Zainab.
good.
Stay
Yeah.
warm. You got how many hoodies you got on? Because you look like you're freezing over there.
Eddie, I was trying to shovel. I did not shovel the driveway, and then I tried to shovel the day before yesterday,
Oh
and
my
I got cold.
God. That
It's
is
And
ice.
then I hired somebody last night, and now the snow is gone.
Good.
Otherwise, it was like
A
a
sheet of
big
ice. A
slab of
sheet of ice.
snow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's another snowstorm coming too.
Great. Yeah, I'm
But I
glad
don't think we're gonna
came
get
in.
anything. I don't think we're gonna get anything.
Really?
I think it's
I think
hugging the
it's gonna
shoreline.
bypass us. Yeah.
It's
South
hugging the
Jersey.
shoreline. Yeah, so we should be We should be because we should be okay. I think the snow gods are looking at us and saying we beat them up enough. Let's go down to the shore
It's
area.
so bad on the streets,
Yeah,
on the road.
yeah,
People are driving over snow piles because
yeah,
they're
yeah.
distracted with their phones.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of accidents like that where they're
Yeah,
driving,
Yeah.
on Route 1, the shoulder can be used as a lane. And I've seen a couple of SUVs that apparently were on the phone, veered too close to the ice,
yeah.
and
And
ended
just see
up
it.
upside down. And that
Yeah.
must have been a horrible experience. But okay, listen, stay safe, stay warm,
Thank you. You
and
too.
thanks for hopping on, okay?
All right. Thanks.
Okay.
Take care,
Thank you,
guys. Bye.
Zainab.
Bye. Bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, so all right, so now let's go back to sharing. So, all right, so we can do one Freedom School and one Project Atlas, right? So let's go to Freedom School. So here's a Freedom School. It says Interim Report 2025. It says Bethany Cares, right? So you click on Bethany Cares, and then when you click on Bethany Cares, it takes you to this is the page for the interim report.
Mm-hmm.
This is the page. So what you want, you could do one or two things, right? You can download, you can create a print version of the Freedom School by hovering over Management Tool and clicking Create Full Print Version. And then Teams is doing what Teams is doing. Sometimes it freezes. Here it goes. And then it pops up here. Can you see the screen here?
Yes, I can.
So this is the printed version of the PDF. So you're looking for, on the first page, you're looking that they click off July 1 to December 31st, because that's the reporting period.
Right.
All right. Now, they didn't get their money. This money for this Freedom School, for 2025 Freedom School, is for this summer coming up. So they should not have used any expenditures outside of paying for the Freedom School.
It's a lie.
No, time out. The Freedom School application fee. All right. So they should not have any demographics because this is for next year. Why are we doing this? So in order for Sage to release their final payment, they got to submit two reports, the interim report and then the final. They can't do a final without submitting an interim report, even if the interim report is all zeros. Okay?
Now we're looking at 2025. We're not looking at
Well,
2026.
so yeah, this is a confusing part, right? So I had two pots of money, and I don't need you to focus on what's 2025, what's 2026. You don't need to know about where the money's coming from. What you need to know is Freedom School 2025, the money that they're receiving, that are submitting interim reports, is to implement a Freedom School in 2026. All right? Freedom
Yes.
School 2026, they're receiving money to implement a Freedom School in the summer of 2026. Not all 21 are in the same funding category. Next year, they'll all be under the same funding. They'll all be at Freedom School 2027. But this year, I had to separate them by two different pots of money. But you don't need to worry about that because they're not going to ask you. And if they ask you that, you say you need to talk to Eddie. So their demographic page should say 0, like it says here. Their summary of progress activities, they'll start talking about how we're planning this, how many students receive. We successfully identified and enrolled 30 scholars for the 2026 Freedom School program. Okay? All right. So, you read that, make sure that it makes some type of sense. Talk about what they're doing in terms of planning for next year. There's not going to be a lot of detail, but at least there's something here that says that they're using the data from the previous Freedom School to position themselves to be more successful the following year. Okay. So you scroll down, there's some more narratives. Some will be more extensive than others. And you just read that, so it gives you a sense of what they're planning. And if you have any questions, before you reach out to them, you and I need to have a conversation. Hey, Eddie, I got questions about this. I got questions about that. Should I reach out to the organization? Then I'll say, well, what is your question? And where did you get that question from? What did you read? And I should be able to answer your questions. And if I can, then you reach out to the organization. Okay.
Okay.
If you scroll down, keep going down further, fund development benchmarks, right? This is important though. Um, they had to submit a fund development document and talk about what are they doing for the fund development. And I want you to keep an eye on the narrative letter I. What are they saying about the fund development plan? Where they're at within the fund development plan, and how are they moving forward with that? Okay. So
Yes.
when you get to the budget, look, all you're looking at is the column that says grants funded from state. It should be all zeros. It should be all zeros. Okay? This is the
Yes.
personnel sheet. So this is the personnel sheet, right? They have not spent anything and wait a second. Hold on. Why are they spending this is a red flag. We need to find out why are they spending. Hold on. I got to go to the actual report. Personnel. I'm hoping that they didn't spend any money because it's going to be like, why are you spending money? This is for next summer. Yeah, no, they haven't spent any money. Grant actual expenditure. So the actual expenditures should be approved previous actual expenditure. So where is actual expenditure? Oh, here the second page is actual expenditures. So they should be using total expenditures funded zero. This is correct, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then you scroll down to this is the second personnel page, and they showing zero expended. Funds from other sources, grant funds, previous expenditures. It should be actual expenditures. It should be zero. So you got to keep an eye on that. But before you reach out to them, make sure you reach out to me because you may be confusing the sheet. Now, the PDF version is more confusing than the actual report on Sage because it's clear cut in Sage.
Right.
See what says actual expenditures? There's nothing there.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're confused about this, then go to the actual Sage report. Okay? So let's work off the Sage report. So if you want to read the narrative, use the PDF report. If you want to look at the budget, use the Sage report. Okay. So then to hover over and over here, if you look over here, you see this number 1 and 2 here. You see that I'm expanding the drop down box? No? Yes, no?
Yes. Yes.
So when you click number 1, this is telling you that they have 2 personnel forms.
Right.
Okay. So you want to look at both of them. Make sure that there's no expenditures. So that's personnel page number 1. And not everybody has 2 personnel forms. Some of them have only 1. And that's just because that's the way they did it. All right. To move on to the consultants page, you want to click on consultants here. And you want to make sure, yep, they haven't spent any money. Perfect. And then, which is correct. And then you want to go to other cost categories. They haven't spent any money there. Perfect. And then you want to go to the overall fiscal. Perfect. Everything is showing actual expenditure is 0. So sometimes they upload, and not all of them do this, some of them do it under miscellaneous attachments. Sometimes that's like articles, newspaper articles, but aquí ellos no tienen nada. So you don't have to worry about that. So, okay, now that you did all of this, how do we go to Teams and transfer the information? All right, this is going to be a little back and forth, so please stay with me. So when you access Teams, right, you want to access Teams, and then you want to go to FY26. Hold on.
Isn't it 25?
No, 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 no. You want to go to FY26
Reports.
reports up here. This is what you want to do. Because
Mm-hmm.
even though, see, again, don't worry about the year, because everything is for the summer of 2026. I need you to not worry about the year, all right? So you go to FY 2026 reports, you go under shared, and then you have FY 26 demographic report,
Mm-hmm.
V2, and FY fiscal year V1, right? So let's
Mm-hmm.
go to let's go to the fiscal year V1. So you click on fiscal year V1, and then what you want to do is you want to look for freedom schools, right? You see how they're highlighted here? So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 freedom schools whose grant number is OFBI 25 FS024. And then you have the remaining freedom schools.
You're
One,
not showing that.
oh, you don't see that? Okay, my bad.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I did.
Even though this, even though I'm looking at 25, I'm really looking at 26.
Forget about, see, I need you to not worry about the year right now. All you need to know is that everybody who's submitting a interim report now, that's a freedom school, they're going to implement a freedom school in 2026. That's
Right. I
even if
understand
it's
that.
25, even if it says OFBI 25 FS, it's for the summer of 2026.
Right. I'm still in the Sage. I'm looking at 25, but it's really for 26 of July 1st.
Yes, perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
But you don't have to worry about that because I don't get confused. And then you have the remaining organizations that are going to be implementing in 26, whose grant number is OFBI 26 FS016. But again, they're all implementing a freedom school in the summer of 2026. So we did Bethany Cares, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you got to find Bethany Cares, and then
56.
yeah, and then you scroll over, and then here, which is the column as first interim report expenditures,
I'm
here
gonna put
you insert
zero.
zero. That is it.
Mm-hmm.
That is it. Now, as other reports come in, you'll be plugging in the information in these other empty columns, and this will say this form will automatically calculate the numbers for you. So all you got to do. So let's say we put in $10,000. You see?
I created that form.
Okay, so you know it works. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So that's that. And so now you go to, hold on for a second. Then you go back to Teams
And go to the demographics one.
and go to the demographic one.
It's below the
Yeah.
report.
And then you got to look for First Q Freedom School, 1Q. It should be 1I because we used to work on quarterly reports. That's the reason why we're using for you don't get confused. Why are they using Q if it's an interim? It's because nobody's taking the initiative to change the tabs from one Q to one I. So there.
But when I created that, me and Risa created it.
I know, I know, I know.
Okay.
It's fine. It's fine. As long as you don't get confused, because I don't get confused. I know that one QFS is actually for the first interim report, and the F and 4QFS is for the final report.
Well, I could change it. I'll
All
put
right.
the first
Well,
interim
whatever
and
you
then
want to do so that you don't get confused, please just do it. All right. So then you look for 1QFS Freedom School, and these are all the freedom schools right here, all of them. And so,
you didn't open it.
oh, my bad. Um, These are all the freedom schools in here because I had to go back and make sure that they were all there because we were missing some, which is fine. So I uploaded that information. So we'll go to Bethany Cares, which is here. And so on your other screen, you would have the demographic page open, right? And the columns, you did this, reflect all of the deliverables on the demographic page, right? Let me show you. This is the demographic page in the report. This is the demographic page, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
So, why do they have like a previous when it should just be? That's strange. Let me know if you see that in other Freedom School demographic pages, if you see this. Hold on. There should only be one column here. There shouldn't be two. There should only be one because this is the first one.
Right.
Just, I'm begging you, keep an eye out on that and say, hey, Eddie, I looked at all the Freedom School interim reports and they all have two columns. They should only have one column. And then
Okay.
I need to then upload, and then I'm going to show you how to do a Hercules ticket for Sage to fix that. But
Okay.
right now, we got to see how many. So you got to write down the name of the organization, right?
Yeah.
And the grant number. Gladys, you got to write the grant number. You know what a
Okay.
grant number is?
Yeah.
This is the grant number here,
Yeah.
OFBI 25 FS.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Absolutely.
so assume that, so yeah, they have all zeros there. Okay, so if they have all zeros there, which they all should have, then you go to the demographic page, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you'll say, okay, this is how I do it. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay? That's because you know that they didn't report anything. And then that's how you do the interim report for a freedom school. Let's do Project Atlas. It's the same thing, but I'll go over it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So you access Sage and you come down to find Project Atlas Interim Report 2026. You click on that. And there's three, and there's a couple missing. So you click on the report where it says interim report submitted. You're on the report page, and then you look at the cover page. And yep, they clicked on July 1. That's perfect. They filled all that out. That works nicely. Then you go to the demographic page. Some people have done programming. Some people have. See?
Mm-hmm.
You see how this demographic page only has one column?
Yeah.
So you understand what I'm trying to say, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So they've done some work
Mm-hmm.
in the reporting period for
Right.
Project Atlas. That's good. and they may have spent some money. So we'll go to the narrative. So again, right, you can, to do the narrative, you can download a PDF version. So you go to print version. But out there, Sage is doing its Sage thing. Oh, here we go. All right, so it's easier to read the narrative as the PDF. So you read
Yeah.
it. Make
Mhm.
sure they're reporting on stuff. Make sure that it has some breath to it. Make sure that they've done something. If they're saying that if they completed their demographic and they spent money, they need to be able to tell us what they did, right?
Right.
All right, so we looked at that, everything is fine. I mean, you still got to read it. Then you go to personnel. Then you do the personnel, not on the PDF, but in Sage.
In Sage, yeah.
So, oh, wait a second. So here we go. So this is good. So if you look at the expenditure reports, we're looking to make sure that they didn't exceed $5,500 for the column grant funds from state. You have under the actual expenditures here, you have
Mhm.
grant funds from state. So it says $5,500. They spent $2,500. Perfect. And then for the under approved expenditures for funds from other sources, they have $500. So you go to actual expenditures under funds from other sources expended, you'll say, oh, okay, they spent $250. Perfect, right?
Mhm.
Then you scroll all the way to the right, and this is what Sage does. Okay, they reported $2,500 here under grant funds state expended, so the total expenditure is $2,500. Perfect. So these two columns here need to match up with these two columns here.
Right.
Okay? And then what Sage does, it says, okay, there was a total of $2,750 spent out of
Out of
the
the grant,
combined
the
total of
state. Mhm.
5,500 and 5,000. Okay?
Right.
And then Sage says the remaining balance for total funds for the grant is 3,000. What? Yeah, wait a second. Yeah, it's $3,000 because they only spent 2,500,
2000. Mhm.
right? And then the
Mhm.
remaining balance of other funds from other sources, which was 500, they spent 250. So the remaining balance of that is 250.
250.
Right? So they
Mhm.
can't exceed what this balance left over is. Like they can't go in here at the final report and put in $5,000 for grants funded because they only have $3,000 available.
Mhm.
Okay, but we're good here. All right. So then you hover over Forms menu and you click Consultant Contractors to see if they have any consultant contractor costs. Sage is doing its thing. And they have not charged the grant anything, right? In the budget, you see the zero?
Yes.
So they can never enter any funding for this page under actual expenditures. They did, however, indicate $1,500 from
From
other
other
sources,
funds. Mhm.
and they spent the entire $1,500, which is fine. And the remaining balance for this line item is zero. Okay? For
Right.
this line item, moving forward is zero. Okay. So then we hover over Forms menu and you click other cost categories. All right. You hover over, okay, so you come down and you'll say, okay, what are the grant funds expenditures for each one of these line items, and you have expenditures here. They have no funds from other sources for these line items. So for the first one, they have a max of $2,000. They spend $1,500. That works. For the second one, they have a max of $1,000. They spend $500. That works. For the third line item, they have a max of $1,500. They spend $500. Then you come all the way over to the other side, make sure that the columns match. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So then you hover over Forms menu and you go to Fiscal Reports. Oh, I forgot to do this part. This is a part that you have to do for all the reports. You come to the Fiscal menu, the numbers add up. All right, everything seems good. What you want to do for both Freedom Schools and Project Atlas is hover over Status Change and change the status to Interim Report and Review. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Then you click I agree. After you're satisfied, or before you do all that, so we want to go to, for Project Atlas, now you want to go to the fiscal page of Project Atlas. Look for Project Atlas, which is up here, Healthy People Worldwide, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you want to insert, oh, you did this already.
Yeah. But
Oh,
I didn't change the status because I
okay.
wanted to make
Oh, that's
sure.
fine. And then
Mhm.
you did the demographics as well, then I hope.
Yes, I did.
Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
so what you want to do then is go to here, and then once you're good with it, then you click Interim Report Division Approved, and it's approved. You can approve it from your end.
Where?
Oh, you
Under
see,
status changes?
yeah. See,
Oh, okay.
hover over status change, you see?
Uh-huh.
Then you apply the status button that says Interim Report Division Approved.
Uh-huh.
You click that.
After I review it, you want me to approve it too?
Yeah, you can do it. If you don't have any
Okay.
questions,
No. I'm comfortable with it.
yeah. And then it's Interim Report Division Approved. And then
Okay.
that way, once that happens, if you go back to the home page,
Mm-hmm.
you'll notice that under Project Atlas, Healthy Peoples Worldwide is no longer there. You see?
Mm-hmm.
And then you move on to the next one.
Okay.
All right?
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry about, I've been asking Justin to get this one deleted. That's an old one. Please don't worry about that. Don't
Which
worry
one?
about this payment voucher, okay?
Which one you're talking about?
Do you see OFBI Project Atlas Payment Voucher 2025?
Yeah.
This one, League of
Okay.
Extraordinary Gentlemen. Just leave it alone. All right.
Okay.
So that's how you look at interim reports. It's really simple. It's really basic.
Okay.
And do you have any questions?
No, everything that you went through step by step, that's what I was doing.